There are literally 3 games left of the season and no points separating the top 3 teams. We are one of them, thankfully. The problem is we have lost against Napoli and I think we've lost against Atalanta as well, which is why we are bottom of the 3. The sorting orders in Italy go results against and then goal difference. So despite the fact that we have a positive 56 goal difference, which is nuts, we've lost against the 2 teams who are also in this title fight, which is not ideal. Our 3 matches for the final games are Sampdoria, Roma and Torino. Second place Atalanta have a tough time with Milan who are 4th, Sassuolo who are 5th and then Udinese down in 11th. They also have the Coppa Italia final. And Napoli have a similar run-in with Torino from 12th, Milan and Sassuolo. This could literally go any way. In between episodes, we have won most things and then drew with Empoli. We beat Salento or Lecce. We beat Bologna. We beat Empoli. Not Empoli, it's Monza. That's what they're called. Empoli is who we drew with. We drew 2-2 with Empoli. Not ideal, conceding in the 92nd minute. And then we beat Salernitana 4-1 here as well. Let's go into the final games of the season. So then, interestingly, Napoli and Atalanta play their, not penultimate game, their 36th game of the season, a day before we play ours. So it is Torino and Milan that we want both of those 2 teams to do well. If that happens, and it goes in our favour, it means we could be top with 2 games left to play. What has happened? Can we see? Oh my word. Oh my word, things have definitely gone our way here. That's ridiculous. So Napoli drew 1-1 with Torino. Milan beat Atalanta. It means that when we play Sampdoria in just a minute, 18th place Sampdoria, by the way, we could go top of the table with 2 games left. So the starting 11 for the Sampdoria game then, it will be Hedl in goal, Wrench, Bremer, Danso and Vigna in defence, McKennie and Fagioli in midfield, Orsolini, Keane, Milik and Vlahovic as our front 4 options. We're missing Chaser because he's out injured, but it's not really too much of a problem. Orsolini is actually pretty good. My one concern for this match is Sampdoria have Fabio Quagliarella, I think that's how you say it, and he's about 39, something ridiculous. But he's ridiculously good. He's actually very, very good despite his age. And I feel like he's going to score against us. Just 2 minutes on the clock and Sampdoria have the ball with a highlight. Berezinski to Winks in the middle of the pitch. Vieira and Winks passing. The 2 Englishmen, I believe. It's a ball forward. Wrench collects though for us. Back to the goalkeeper. Hedl's going to go for a run. Fagioli. He's taken a few touches. Right-hand side is Orsolini. Wrench collects it. Is this going to be a chance for us, or are we going to balls it up and pass it straight to one of their players? Orsolini's not going to get there first. Or maybe he is. Fair enough. Orsolini does have the ball. Tries to get some space for himself. He's rattled the underside of the bar. Vlahovic is there to mop up the pieces. He's claiming that he scored a wonderful goal there. That was all Orsolini. Winks with a corner for Sampdoria. Hedl comes out and claims that. So, because of that Vlahovic goal, we are now top of Serie A with 2 and a bit games left to play for us. Kevin Danso's going to go for a run. Now Vigna on that left-hand side. Where are you going to go? Fagioli to Danso. Some of our new signings passing and combining there. And then Fagioli. Wrench, another new signing. Through ball to Orsolini. Not the best control. It's fallen for Vlahovic, though, who's been tripped by Ferrari. That's going to be a penalty. Vlahovic is going to step up then. 10 minutes on the clock. Can he double his tally? Double our lead as well? No, he can't. Emil Aldero with a good save. Vlahovic keeps it alive. Keane loses out to Vieira and the ball is cleared. Are we going to come back and rue that chance? Is that going to be an issue for us? We've hit the bar again. I think that was Arcadis Milik. Vlahovic with the free kick. Bremer with a headed effort. This one goes over as well. Sampdoria have done literally nothing. We've only got 1 goal to show so far for our dominance. Vlahovic with a free kick in a strange place for Vlahovic to take it. Bremer is there, and Bremer makes it 2-0, 22nd minute. In all honesty, if we manage to win the league after 1 season with players like Kevin Danso and Hedl and Wrench and players like that, we have, I would say, overachieved. We've sold a lot of big names and still somehow managed to come out of this smelling like roses. Milik collects this ball, through ball. Vlahovic collects. Can he get his second? It's a superb save from Ordero. It's going to be a corner. Orsolini takes this one then from the right. It's towards Vlahovic at the back. It's Quagliarella was there challenging. Vlahovic heads over the bar. He needs to get another goal in this. Sabiri's long-range free kick is over the bar. First real chance going Sampdoria's way. Nothing comes of it. Emil Aldero is on a 7.8 rating. 7.9 now. That is absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, the penalty is going to bump that number up a fair amount, but he's still playing very, very well. No changes at half-time for us, although I have just seen Orsolini's injured, so maybe we should have done a change. Almost on the hour mark. We're keeping Orsolini on for the moment. Milik on the halfway line. McKennie to Wrench. McKennie wants that back. Or Fagioli, sure. Milik now. Ball forward to nobody. Awful pass from Milik. Not really sure what he was trying there. And Aguero down the line. Are Sampdoria going to try and do something in this second half? Aguero gets it back from Ronaldo Vieira. It is now Villa to Vieira. Ball over towards nobody. Vigna heads forward. Should have probably gone back to Heddle. I think there's a goal coming, everybody. It's one of those highlights. There's a goal or a very close chance about to happen. Fagioli with the ball for us. He's just going to make a bursting run through the middle. Orsolini on the right-hand side is Milik. First time shot from Milik. Milik makes it 3. This game is beyond any shadow of a doubt. And now with that goal going in, we're going to do Orsolini for Motta. No, we're not. We are not going to do Motta. We're going to do Yildiz for Orsolini. I want to try and get some of our youngsters coming on. I mean, do we bring Rooney on as well? We can do Rooney for Keane. We can do it that way round. I don't know what way round. We'll do it that way round, sure. Vigna's throw to Yildiz. His first real chance for quite a while. He hasn't played well when he has come off the bench or when he started games for us. Pussetto's got this ball forward for Sampdoria. Awful effort that was. Oh, bloody marvellous. Yildiz has now gone off injured. So he played a total of, 10 minutes, if that? We are going to do Marley Ake. Sure, we'll do Ake coming. No, we won't. We've got Galixon. We'll do Galixon coming on. We bought him for a reason, because he's got some potential. Those substitutions that I've done have definitely just killed this game dead, haven't they? Nothing's really happened. Ordero with a goal kick, final 10 minutes, or final maybe 7 minutes of the game. Aguero plays it back. Collie, big kick over the halfway line, but intercepted easily by big Kevin Danso for us. It's not really gone away, though, has it? It's potentially still coming back towards us. Villa to Joan. Ball forward. Gabbiadini's on as well. I love a bit of Manolo Gabbiadini. It is Rooney down the line. Finds Milik again. He scored from this position earlier. Crosses it in. Galixon's control is awful. I don't know what that was. It is Vigna back to Danso. Something's going to happen in this highlight. I think it's going to be 4-0. Danso finds Wrench on that right-hand side. Loads of space for the young Dutchman. Crosses it in. Cleared again. Fagioli. Galixon, long range, curling effort and almost nestles in the top corner. And straight into another highlight as well. Wrench keeps that ball in. That was a great pass and a great bit of running as well from Wrench. Down to Rooney in the penalty area. Crosses it in. Vlahovic is there. It's fallen for Galixon. And his third goal of the season, apparently. I'm not sure that's his third goal. I think he scored for the B team, which technically counts as goals for the season. It's 4-0. And it ends 4-0. So we are currently top of Serie A with just 2 games left to play. We're going to go forward straight into the next match. So I didn't realise we were the late kickoff in the next round of fixtures, and things have gone our way once again. Milan this time drawing with Napoli, and then Sassuolo beating Atalanta. Atalanta, by the way, did just win the Coppa Italia, so they're probably quite happy anyway, which means we are now potentially in a position to win the league in the next match. I don't know how this has happened. If we can beat Roma, we are champions of Italy. Admittedly, Juve are normally champions of Italy, aren't they? But still, we're going to be champions of Italy with 1 game to spare, and we have absolutely decimated the original Juve side. So the starting lineup for this match is basically the same as the last one, apart from Chiesa returns from his injury, obviously replacing the currently now injured Orsolini. Everything else is exactly the same. I want Kevin Danso to score. I want Kevin Danso to score the goal that wins the league for us. So away from home then against Roma, they are playing the awful, horrible formation that we normally lose against. So my expectations of winning the league against Roma might not happen. I don't even know our regular results against Roma. I feel like they have beaten us before, and I feel like we've drawn with them, potentially. So, I'm not confident. I say we've beaten them and drawn, or they've beaten us and we've drawn. We've probably only played them once, so one of those might be true. We also may have beaten them. Vigna with the ball for us after 10 minutes. Down the left-hand side, stops and goes back to Kevin Danso. Fagioli, ball over the top towards Vlahovic. He's not going to get anywhere near it, thanks to Chris Smalling. Vigna to Keane on the left-hand side, crosses it in. Milik is there, and Rui Patricio holds on. First chance goes our way, but the highlight's carrying on, so maybe the second one will as well. Vigna on the left, back to Danso. Ball off towards Wrench on the right-hand side. Good ball from Kevin Danso. Wrench needs to try and get past his man. He's trying, desperately trying. Weston McKennie to Vlahovic. He heads just wide of Rui Patricio's post. 2 chances going our way, but neither of them finding the back of the net. And that's kind of the story of the game so far. Nothing has happened since that chance from, I can't remember who it was. It was so long ago now. Nothing's happened since that chance until now, apparently. Vlahovic to Keane doesn't get the ball. We need to win that head, and we do. But it's straight down, and now Abraham's in on goal. Blasts it over Heddle's bar. We dodged a bullet with that one. Half-time then, against Roma, it is 0-0. It's not been the most exciting game of football, but we need one goal. That's all we need is one goal, and all of a sudden we are in the driving seat and we are going to be crowned champions. We've got a free kick. It's in a very good position. Vlahovic is the man to take it. It's the wrong foot, really, but it does not matter. Dusan Vlahovic makes it 1-0. We have one hand on the trophy. And straight after the goal, another highlight, but it is starting with Roma. Big kick from the keeper. Patricio finds Abraham, but Abraham just heads on to nobody. Danso to Vigna on the left. Fagioli back to Vigna, back to Danso. Trying to pass our way past the one striker that Roma have. Wrench back to Bremer. Now Wrench again. In the middle is McKennie. We're passing well. Not really making any progress though. Vigna still inside our own half. Finally into their half. Now Milik with an injury. That's not good. When did that happen? Moise Keane's in on goal. And Moise Keane with a superb half volley makes it 2-0. The flag's possibly gone up. We get a VAR. If that's a goal, it's not a goal. I was going to say, if that's a goal, the season's basically over, isn't it? Unfortunately, we're going to have to take Milik off, which is it's kind of disappointing, isn't it? Because if we do win the league, we're not going to see Milik picking up the trophy, or maybe he'll come out on crutches or something like that. So we're going to bring on Kyle George. Do we do anything else? Probably not at the moment. Yes, we do. Chase is coming off as well for Bruni. Vigna with a throw. 54th minute. Fagioli to Vigna. Cross it in. He does so. Vlahovic is there. Can't get his headed effort on target, though. Almost into the final 20 minutes. It is still 1-0 to Juve. We've got the ball. Vlahovic collects that. That's a wonderful pass. It is. I think Vlahovic was offside. Yes, he was. So even if that went in, it wasn't going to count. Some players are not playing well. Wrench is struggling. Fagioli is struggling. Keane is struggling as well. We've got 10 minutes. Like, time's just disappeared. We're going to bring on Danilo for Wrench. We're going to take off Keane as well. We'll do Kostic. Kostic deserves to come on. He's played very well for us this season. He's just on the fringes of being too old for me. Locatelli? Do we do Locatelli? Sure, we'll do Locatelli as well. Final 10 minutes, and if Roma can nick a goal, we go to the final game of the season. If we can hold on, then we are crowned champions in Rome, and Kevin Dansos balls it up. Kevin. I genuinely cannot believe that. Kevin, you were my boy. Kevin, you were my boy. And then you do that. You just give it away to Dybala with 10 minutes to play. 2.5 minutes to play. And again, Roma coming forward. Dybala collects it. Shoots well over the bar. Nothing comes of that. It's going to be a draw, isn't it? Or is it going to be a draw? Vigna to Locatelli towards McKennie. It's nowhere near him. Roma clear the ball. Kevin Danso needs to redeem himself in my eyes. Finds Danilo. Now McKennie. Danilo keeps his run. Doesn't actually keep his run. It's fallen to Kyle George. Oh my word. We put the ball in. That's going to count. They're saying Vlahovic may have been offside. I think that's going to count. I genuinely think that one is going to count. Is he offside? Surely he can't be offside. He's not. He's nowhere near offside. We've just won the league. The goal has counted. We've got 6 minutes of injury time. It is 2-1. Time is disappearing. We've just won the league. Kyle George, of all people, scores the winning goal in the 90th minute. We've won the league in the 90th minute. Oh my word, that was stressful. That was intense. It's a bit weird that only like the starting 11 and a few subs come out, but when you've got like 27 substitutions that you can make in a game, yeah, it's understandable that not everybody comes onto the pitch. So there we are then, raising the trophy. I don't even know who it is. Please tell me it's Kevin Danso. That'll be just the icing on the cake. Believe it or not as well, this is my first trophy in FM23. This is my first ever trophy in FM23, and we've done it in the first season of Juve. Do we still get the cartwheel? We do. It's number 21. We need to find out who that is, because I always love to see who does the cartwheel. He always used to be the sub-keeper. They've now mixed it up a bit. Who is number 21? Are they even on the pitch? It's Kyle George. Of course it's Kyle George, the goal scorer, the winning goal scorer. We've just won the league, and we've got a game left. Literally 2 matches ago, we were third. So it's our first title in 3 years, which actually doesn't sound that impressive, but when you think of the dominance that Juve had, then they lost it for a couple of seasons. Is this the start of more dominance for the black and white team of Italy? That's their nickname, right? The black and white team of Italy? I mean, they're literally called the Old Lady. That's what's in the thumbnail, isn't it? Not only is it another win, it is the 38th title win for Juve. I'm genuinely surprised that we managed to do it in the first season. Because we have, like I said during the match, we have absolutely obliterated the initial team. And I thought when we brought in the players that we brought in, some of them were not good options. In my opinion, Danto was not a great spend. Hedl was not a great spend. Sturgeon barely played. Wrench, I think, probably outperformed his ability, but he's still not a particularly amazing footballer at the moment. Orsolini did probably better than we expected him to. Danny Motta scored goals in a championship-winning Juve side. 7 league goals for Danny Motta. Vigna, for £3.8 million, had no right to play 18 starts. That was far too many starts. He wasn't even that great. Ceballos, who we brought in and never really played, got 2 games as well. Gullikson, Rooney, for £8.5 million, didn't really do much, did he? He didn't really do a huge amount. Came off the bench a fair amount, getting a 6.82 rating. But then you see the players that we've sold and the money that we brought in. When you think as well, players like De Ligt, Demiral leaving in real life. We sold Rabiot. Did we sell Sandro? I think we did sell Sandro. We've sold a lot of players. Di Maria going as well. So we just destroyed this team. Absolutely destroyed this team. And we are still champions of Italy. We're going to go forward to the end of season review. So we're not going to see the final game of the season because let's face it, it doesn't matter what happens now against Torino, does it? As this screen popped up, I just picked up like 4 achievements. I have no idea what they're for, but I imagine it's win the league and win lots more things in the league, be the top goal-scoring team in the league and stuff like that. So that's good to see, isn't it? The Torino game, we lost. Yep, we lost 2-1. So let's just pretend that never happened. We're not going to go through all the signings and things like that because you've kind of seen them. I'm going to just do a little skim over. So if you want to have a look, you can, pause the video or something like that so you can see what happened. There you go. That's pretty much it, isn't it? So when it comes to the Coppa Italia, wasn't particularly great, was it? Losing against Fiorentina. I think it was on penalties in the end, wasn't it? In the Champions League, losing against Man City after being 3-1 up after the first leg, that 5-0 defeat. We just capitulated. We just gave up, didn't we? We just could not be bothered, apparently. And then, obviously, in the league, we are the best team in Italy once again because of that defeat at the end. Let's just scroll down and see. We did actually lose that game at the end. It means Napoli did close the gap to just 1 point, but it does not matter because we sewn up the title in the match against Roma. Moments to remember then was the 6-0 win against Empoli. That was the biggest win. The match to remember was the 6-0 against Cremonese, which was also our biggest win. Also, goal of the season goes to Locatelli. Can we see it? I feel like they've got rid of the ability to see the goal. Like, you used to be able to just click here, didn't you? And now that's gone. So now to see the goal, I need to go to that, and then I need to click there to see the goal that Locatelli scored. And I can't remember what happened. Was this on camera? I have no idea. It's McKennie with the ball to Locatelli outside the area, curls it into the top corner. Don't think that was on camera, but it was an alright goal, wasn't it? Financially, everything's obviously gone up. We need to have a decent transfer budget for next season because I've got big plans. I would want to now buy high reputation, high potential players. So far, we brought in low reputation, medium potential players. I want to be bringing in £50 million players who have got 10, 20 years ahead of them. 20 years, that's right. I want to see a player play until they're 41. Players who've got a huge career ahead of them so we can buy them in early and keep them at the club. How are we lined up then? I think it is basically the same team that we've just played for the last couple of games, apart from Kostic by the looks of it. So yeah, Kostic kind of dropped out towards the end of the season, more because we started to get players like Pogba back from his injury. We started to trying to bring in some of the youth players, the players like your Rooney's and your Gulliksons and things like that. So Kostic didn't play every game towards the end. Orsolini as well, actually, only played 19 starts. So I don't know what I'm talking about. Accolades then. I assume won Manager of the Year. I can't speak Italian, but I'm reading that as Manager of the Year for the Italian Football Association. I feel like that's actually not too far off what it actually is. So yeah, Vlahovic wins lots of things. Signing of the season goes to Hedl. Fair enough. I'm happy with that. Most assists is Kostic. Vlahovic with 32 goals as well was nuts, isn't it? We did well. We definitely did well. And the young player of the year, I assume, goes to Fabio Moretti. Moretti, I think, in the next few seasons is going to become a very vital person in this Juve squad. And we also get our dynamic timeline, which is not that exciting, if I'm honest. So we signed Sturgeon, we signed Wrench, we signed Galickson, we signed Rooney, and then into January, we are signing Marco Carnesci in the summer. He's joining in the summer, which is going to be a very useful signing, I think, for a goalkeeper. We've also signed Michael Petito. We are signing Cher and Dor in the summer as well. And then, obviously, we won the league. Oh, and we re-signed David Trezeguet as a scout because he's absolutely ridiculous as a scout. He's nuts, isn't he? He's one of the best scouts in the world. And I still don't fully understand the point of the supporter profile, other than that they might get you sacked if you don't do things they want you to do. All of these, I imagine, we did well. We obviously finished above everybody in the league, so that's a good thing. We definitely played attacking football. I think we played possession football. We played entertaining football. We did most of these things. Sign Italian players? No, didn't really do that. But overall, I think we did quite well for the season. And the club vision, so most things, I mean, it's all kind of, it's your bog standard stuff. Minimum 1-year contract for over 32-year-olds. We're not buying any over 32-year-olds, so I wouldn't worry about it. In fact, hopefully next season we won't have anybody over the age of 30 in our squad. That's the plan. Just keep on trying to win things. That's basically all they want, isn't it? There are a lot of awards in Italy that are all in Italian. I don't know whether this is just some of the like data packs or whatever I've got for this save, but I don't know what half of them are. Is that top goal scorer? Is that what that one is? We've also got Musso, which I assume is the goalkeeper of the season. I'm manager of the year, which is always good to see. Juventus players named in top 11. So we've got Bremer, Danso, I'm happy with that. Fagioli, Kostic and Chiesa, fair enough. And Juventus given the best team in Serie A award, that's good. And whatever this is, Pancia d'Oro Serie A, manager of the season for Serie A. Can I vote myself? I can't, right. Am I the only one who does this? I pick the worst one, so I'm going to go for Juric, just so I get more chance of winning. Am I the only one who does that? Surely. Well, that is going to do it for this episode and this season with Juve. We are going to be back for a Season 2, which will be the final season of Juventus. But before we do that, we are going to be doing an England save at the World Cup, but it is going to have a little bit of a twist. I've recorded the first 2 episodes. I think 2, maybe even 3 episodes. It is coming out tomorrow, the first episode. We are picking an England squad with no players based in the Premier League. So we're picking players from the Championship, League One, from all around the world, but they cannot be playing for a Premier League club or even on loan from a Premier League club. There's a mess. There is a mess of players in the squad. Some of them are obvious. Your Tamoris, your Smallings, your Abrahams. Some of them are a mess. Joe Hart's in the England team, for example. Spoiler alert. Thank you very much for watching this one. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will be back next time with more Football Manager.